All right, testing. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bucktouche, New Brunswick, here at the Bucktouche Forum. Our U13 AAA Fury just about to do battle with the Valley Wild from the Annapolis Valley in Nova Scotia. Girls have played the Wild one other time this year, came away victorious. That was back in the Sobeys Cup in November. It's about minus 92 here this morning at the Bucktouche Forum. So the players have the hot paws and their skates and their gloves, and moms and dads are huddling around their coffee cups and wrapped up in their blankets, and we're ready for some U13 AAA hockey this morning. We get the pleasure of standing right over the bench today, the Fury bench, so we're running about 30 minutes early. We're supposed to start at 10:50 this morning, 10 minutes before 11, but tournament is running ahead, but apparently after hustling both teams onto the ice here, that the referees didn't get the memo, so they're not here yet. We'll be doing in between period interviews and commentaries with Coach Paul Cavanaugh, who's right beneath us here today. Paul, unfortunately, has had to take a reduction in his hair care endorsement, says he's wearing a toque today due to the cold weather. So a little bit less beer money for Coach Paul this week based on the reduction in endorsements. Lululemon ambassador Steve McLaughlin is doing his stretches here on the bench. He's bouncing up and down and trying to stay warm as well. They talk about five-way stretch, but Steve and I talked about it last night. We can't decide what the fifth stretch is. We can only find the four motions. So Fury yesterday lost a heartbreaker 2-1 to the Pownal Red Devils, who are arguably the best U13 AAA team in Atlantic, along with maybe the CFHA Storm from Fredericton. But great to see our girls competing at that level, and a great example of what girls can play, what level they can play at, watching that Pownal team yesterday afternoon. Girls had a big day yesterday. They had a team building birthday party for Emily. They went to the escape room in Dieppe and divided into three groups and attempted to break out of the escape room, and none of the girls were able to escape. And then we had them all together back at our place, so we had the entire team save for one who was sick, and a bunch of parents, so almost 40 people for a little team building on a Friday afternoon. It was great. Great to see the girls have such great chemistry off the ice. So, looks like we don't have referees yet. I'm going to take a break on the broadcast, and we'll come back as soon as we're ready to resume play. All right, we are back. Referees have chiseled the ice off their fingers and toes. They're out for their next assignment here. Éloïse Perreault is going to get the start in the net here this morning for our Fury. Éloïse has been great for us. Played with us in the two-line tournament over Christmas. Was spectacular at the end. Padonas, Bork, and Kavanaugh. Boyard and Atkinson on the blue line. Boyard now. She works it up the wing. Broken up by the Valley D. They're offside. Boyard recovers that puck. She's got Bork wide. Finds her. Bork is gone. Here we go. She has a chance. And squeezed off the puck there by two Valley defenders. Valley works it up the wall. Padronos cuts that off, sends it towards the net. Goalie steers that in behind. Valley's up with it again. They're coming up the left side. Cut off again by Padronas. Padronas sends it back deep in the corner. Bork's going to give chase. She comes up with it. She sends it up front towards Madison. Just out of her reach. Here come the Valley Wild. They're over center. Broken up nicely by Claire Atkinson. Puck is in front. Nope. Broken up by Padronas. Squirts in front again. There's Watton. Nice save there by Perreault as Watton fired that puck. Kavanaugh recovers. She's trying to work that out of the zone. Gets it to Padronas. Padronas is going to regroup. She circles back in deep. Goes rink wide for Walsh. Walsh working her way up the wall there. Kavanaugh's there. Here goes McLaughlin and Kavanaugh changing up now. Perron comes over the boards too, as well as DeMille and Lacasse. Walsh in on the forecheck. Nice job by McLaughlin to break that up on the blue line. Comes back to center ice. Lacasse sends that rink wide towards Walsh. Wildcat D wins that battle. Puck comes up, back into the corner. Fury doing a nice job on the forecheck early in this game. McLaughlin and Perron there. Walsh supporting as F3. Puck comes up the wall. Wild breakout. Their player under pressure sends it all the way down the ice. That should be icing, and it is. So, pretty good end action here, first minute and 30 seconds. Fury are going to change again. So, third rotation through in 90 seconds, trying to keep the girls from freezing on the bench. Harriman now steps in on the face-off with Bork and Kate Nelson on the left side. Sophie Knight and Ed Landry on the blue line. Face-off to the right of the Wild net. Harriman wins that, goes to Nelson. Nelson goes back to Knight. Knight fires it towards the net. Picked up there by Bourgeois. Nelson on it now. Bit of a scrum high in the zone. Puck gets to the front. Picked up by Elise. She sends it front rink wide. Harriman now goes back to Landry. Landry fires from the blue line. Almost tipped in front by Bork. Nelson's in on the forecheck. Harriman blocks that up high in the zone. Back behind the net. Bourgeois is going to pick that up. Bourgeois sends it all the way around the boards. Knight's going to hold that in. She does. Knight sends it back towards the net. Knight down the wall now to Nelson. Nelson with it. Good pressure here from the Fury so far. Valley Wild forced to send it all the way down the ice. Will not be icing. Landry's going to regroup with it. She spins. She comes up the left wing side. Oh, intercepted by Danny Kickham. Kickham steps in front of the net. Oh, broken up by Ev Landry. Kickham, highly touted goal scorer from the Valley, almost scored there. Nice save there by Éloïse Perreault. Puck's in behind her net. Broken up by Knight. Rebound kicks high in the slot. Now wide of the Fury zone. Fury net, I should say. Kickham comes out with it for the Wild. She's hauled down. Her teammate picks it up. Broken up in front by Sophie Knight on that centering attempt. Here comes Padronas. She's up the wall. Broken up by the Valley Wild. Here comes Kickham again for the Wild. She sends it to her teammate up front. Broken up in front there on the back-checking Kate Nelson. By the back-checking Kate Nelson, I should say. Fury forced to send that down the ice. That will be icing. So we are 9:01 to play here, first period. And really good back and forth action. Perreault's had a couple of good saves in there for us. And face-off will come back here to the left of Éloïse Perreault. Here come the Wild. They've got the puck around the ringette line. Broken up by Boyard. Boyard got that puck. She's going to skate it over the blue line. Puck goes back to the Valley Wild D, who sends it to center. Held up there by Claire Atkinson, who fires in zone. Picked off by the D again. We're in a bit of a ping-pong match here on the left wing side. Padronas comes out with it. Cuts to the middle. She goes skate the stick. She's away with it. She's got Kavanaugh with her and Bork. She feeds it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh under pressure from four Wild players. They come back the other way, 2-on-2. Here come the Wild. Just over the blue line. Here they go into the high slot. Good back-checking effort there by Kavanaugh and Padronas to break up that Wild offensive rush. Here comes Ev Bork. Bork chips that in the zone. They're going to go for a change here. Perron, Walsh, and McLaughlin about to come over the line here. Kavanaugh shoots, hits a skate in front. Wild D recovers it. They work that puck up the wall. Held in there by Kavanaugh. Puck's down here in the corner. Lara Walsh is going to give chase. She comes to the front of the net. Feeds it out front. Perreault had her stick lifted there. Here comes Anna Lacasse. She shoots off a shin pad out to center zone. She recovers again under some pressure here from a forechecker in the Wild. Lacasse sends it up the wall, picked off by the Wild. They step in and shoot, blocked in front by Lacasse. Puck still bouncing in front of our net. McLaughlin's going to recover. She feeds it to Walsh. Walsh and McLaughlin do battle here, high in the zone. Puck's down low here now in the Fury zone. Lance for the Wild sends that all the way behind the net. Picked up on the far side by Canning. Lacasse there for the Fury. She comes away with it. Chips it off the wall. Gets that to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets it to Perreault just off her stick. Perreault pokes it through though into the offensive zone. Wild send it all the way down the ice. That won't be icing. Wild player Lance is there with the puck. She's behind our net. She steps out front. One whack at it. Two whacks at it. Nice saves there by Éloïse. Walsh on the wall with it now. She gets there. Tied up a bit by the forechecker. Now the puck goes to Harriman who gets it out of the zone. Harriman goes through. Puck comes back into our zone. It's going to be picked up there by Landry. Landry with it. She's looking for an outlet. She goes off the wall. Intercepted by the Valley Wild. They go down low. Back up high to the blue line. They work it across the front of the net. Picked up in the corner by Knight now. Knight. She has a look. She finds Elise Bourgeois on the wall. It was knocked off her stick. Went back to Landry who sends it all the way down the ice. Bourgeois is in on the forecheck. 3 Fury players in there on the forecheck now. Wild chip that puck high in the zone. They're away to the races here. 2-on-1. Here come the Wild. Net front. Over to Kickham. Kickham shoots. Great save by Perreault. We had the chance to play a spring tournament with Danny Kickham, number 71 for the Wild last year in Montreal, and she's a pure goal scorer. So you don't want to see her being left alone too often. The Wild take a penalty there for slashing after the whistle. That faceoff should come all the way down to the far end of the ice. So faceoff will be to the right. No, the left of the Valley Wild net. Fury go to the power play. Harriman, Bourgeois, Nelson. Harriman wins that draw back to the blue line. That goes to Boyard, tipped in front and steered away by the Wild. They come back the other way. Puck gets to Boyard at our blue line. She goes up to the far blue line to Bourgeois. Bourgeois got Harriman. Tries to feed it to her. Broken up in front. Puck shot all the way down the ice here. Going to go off the end wall. Claire Atkinson's going to gather it up. Here goes Atkinson with it. She's having a look. She finds Padrones at center. Padrones steps around her player. She feeds it wide to Bourgeois. Bourgeois shoots. Oh, blocked in front by the Wild. They send it all the way back into the Fury zone. End-to-end action here. 1:24 to go. The Fury power play. Stolen by the Wild. They cut to the net. Shoot. Just behind the net. Here comes Boyard. Boyard's under pressure. Has her pocket picked. They feed it out front. Shot on net.
Oh my.
One whack at it. Two whacks at it. Puck is alone in front of the net, and it's in our net. We had 5 Fury players standing around when the puck was behind them. And
that's an example of just getting outworked, starting off at the far boards, behind our net, and even out in front of our net. So we just got outworked there, out-muscled.
Yep. Welcome, John Walsh. Better late than never, as they say.
I'm 10 minutes early.
10 minutes early for the original start time.
Yes, correct.
So, Fury go down 1-0 on the shorthanded goal by the Wild. 5:24 to go, first period. Face-off won by Padrones, goes to DeMille. DeMille sends that puck in deep. Valley Wild player rips it off the lines of his back. Picks up the rebound, and here comes Henneberg for the Wild. She's got the puck. She sends it net front. Oh, broken up there. Oh, wow.
What a save.
Holy moly.
Éloïse kicked that left pad out, Brian, and robbed that girl. We'd be down 2 shorthanded goals on this power play.
Unbelievable.
Wow, you got to watch that replay at home, folks.
There goes Lacasse, goes to Bourque. Bourque, she's flying down the wing wide. She stops up, tries to feed Padrones. Just behind here, and here come the Wild again. 3-on-2. We still have a power play. We continue to give up odd-man rushes. Not good. Sophie Knight with the puck now. Knight, she's going to have a look. She's got Kavanaugh wide. Nice pass by Sophie. Here goes Madison Kavanaugh all alone, 1-on-4. She's going to dump and change. Here comes Walsh, Perreault, and McLaughlin over the boards. Power play, 7 seconds to go now. Knight, she feeds it over to Perreault. Perreault steps into the zone. She's around one player, has a bit of time and space. She's around two. She shoots. Rebound. Oh. Wow. Valley Wild doing a good job protecting their goalie.
Goes back to the earlier conversation. We, like the NFL, we need to start declining power plays. I think at this point, it's probably even Steven for power play goals versus shorthanded goals given up, Brian.
Yep. For on the face-off now.
We just stopped skating on the power play. We don't work as hard.
That's what it is. Wild, send that puck to blue line. Bounces off Laundry stick. She still has it. She's under pressure. Here come the Wild. Deep in our zone. Two Wild players in front. Nice job there by Eb to lift the stick in front. Walsh now with it. Battle inside the board. Kickham and Laundry do battle down here in the corner. Laundry pushes Kickham off the puck. She's going to skate away with it. She's forced back. She spins away from her pressure. Now, two Wild players there. Need a little help. There we go. Wild player comes out with a Kickham. Attempts to center. Broken up in front there by Sophie Knight. Barron trying to skate out of the zone. Has her pocket pick. They come back 3-on-2. High and wide from the Valley Wild player. Player sends it to the net front again. We got another scramble in front. Laundry comes out with it for the Fury. She's away to the races. She gives it to Walsh's. Goes for a change. Wholesale line change happening here with the Fury. Valley Wild come up with it just inside their zone. They send it into the Fury zone off the lines and skates. Held up here at center. Was there with Harriman. Wild come out with it. Boyard. Boyard goes rink wide to Nelson. Puck's down into the Wild zone. Rebound picked up here by Harriman. She steps into the corner. Broken up there by the Fury D Betts. Nelson feeds that up the wall to Atkinson at the blue line. Atkinson's going to fire. She does. Tipped in front. Harriman shoots.
Oh, I thought Emily had it, Brian. I thought it was in behind her.
Point blank save there by the Wild goalie. 2:44 to go. Yeah, I think, John, on the penalty kill, we're so nervous to get scored against. We work and we buzz around everywhere, and we get more chances. And on the power play, we just take a breath. And
we're getting beat to all the pucks. We just think because we have an extra person out there that will automatically win those puck battles. But your feet and effort level dictate whether or not you win a puck battle.
Fury win that draw, get a shot from the blue line on Atkinson just wide of the net now. And Wild D come up with it. They send it to the blue line. Atkinson picks it up. Rebound's there, just steered in the corner. Nelson's in the corner chasing that one down. Back to Atkinson. She's going to fire again. Just wide the other way. Bourgeois going to win that race for it. She sends it back towards the front of the net. There's some pressure here from the Fury, showing a little bit of life. Wild sent it all the way down the ice. That will be icing. 2:10 to go. There's a guy that I used to coach against from Sackville, U11 boys, and he used to talk about it on the power play. He'd say, we don't have the puck, we call it a 4-go rodeo. I want 4 players in the puck till we get it, and once we have it, we can then establish the power play.
There is some reasonableness to that theory, actually.
One person hang back, 4 people beat the puck down till we get it back.
In theory, we should have 2 on it.
At least.
Let's load up. Let's split the difference. Let's go 3, Brian. 3 players on the puck until we get it. On the power play.
Yep, puck's back into our zone now. DeMille sends it off the boards. That gets to Bork. Bork and Padrones are away here. There goes Padrones with the head of steam. She's around the, cuts the front of the net. Works. Oh, nice move. Great save. DeMille shoots. Low. Oh, rebound's there.
Oh, my goodness.
Ev Bork almost. Ev Bork off the post, I believe. Blue line.
Oh, my goodness.
Puck stolen at the offensive blue line. Wild player Lance. Partial breakaway, recovered by Lacasse, and no penalty. Great play by Anna Lacasse. She sends it up the wall, just out of the way of Ev Bork, and that will be icing. Holy moly, John, how did we not score there?
Wow. Yeah, a little keeper is doing her, she's awake this morning.
Yeah. You know what, Éloïse has made some great saves. Their goalie's made some great saves. The difference is just 1 10-second little stint there where we stood around and watched for a minute, and they didn't. Knight now in the corner. She's under pressure from 2 Wild players. Gets it to Walsh. Walsh goes rink wide to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's gone. There she goes into the offensive zone. Ferran's going to pick up that puck. Ferran's into the corner. She chips it behind the Wild net. Walsh wins that race. Puck comes out from the Wild side here on the left-hand side with the Wild D. McLaughlin and Ferran are there doing battle. Puck gets out to the blue line, held in nicely by Laundry. Laundry goes down the wall to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots, blocked in front. Back to her in the corner. Puck goes up the wall to Ferran. Ferran
Keep it in.
She sends it out to blue line. Knight shoots from the blue line. Blocked in front by the Wild player. Smartly chips it out in the neutral zone. Sophie Knight's there to send it back into the offensive zone. McLaughlin in there in the forecheck. Nice job by McLaughlin to pick that off and push them back deeper in the zone. Net front play here. Lara Walsh is on it.
Can't see from here, Brian. We can't see what happens on that side.
We got to come down on this side. Yeah, it's a Bucktooth Forum is a hard place to call. You have to find a spot where we can see the ice. Here come the Wild. This is kicking for the Wild. 1-on-3. Beats 2 players.
Wow.
And almost gets a shot, but she gets tied up there by the Fury backcheckers. Oh, pretty good period overall. Girls are skating pretty well. Forechecking much better today than yesterday.
Yeah, definitely moving our feet a lot better. So.
Skating a lot better.
And you know what? I don't know that we really had a shot on that in the first period yesterday, a real shot on that. Maybe one. Yeah. So it looks like we're well ahead of the game here so far this morning.
Well, we had a chat with your daughter this morning. She stayed at our house last night, and I said to Lara as we were leaving the house, just look at the street sign there. It's the name of the street sign. And she looked at it. It's Champion Street, right? And she said, yes. So it's not Silver Medal Street, it's Champion Street. Right. So this morning we're looking for a goal and bring a champion effort. So she kind of rolled her eyes at me like my daughter does and said, okay, Brian.
Well, I hope she listens to you because she certainly doesn't listen to me, Brian. You know, I have to do reverse psychology on her. Like, take it easy. Don't work hard. Don't shoot the puck.
Yep. Well, the girls are all smiles here, coming back to the bench for the second period. Yeah. So, Harriman on the draw. That's one back to Atkinson. Atkinson works it up the wall towards Nelson. Broken up there by the Wild. They chip it deep into the Fury zone. Atkinson's going to go back for that one. Boyard's there with her too. Puck's in behind the Fury net. Harriman goes in to help. Wild player goes cross crease. Nobody home. Gets to Kate Nelson. Nelson sends it up the middle, just off the skates of Bourgeois. Harriman's now going to try to pick that up. Stolen by Betts from the Wild. Harriman's now going to grab it. She chips it out. Bourgeois in a foot race for it. Bourgeois against McGuire. No, Reed, sorry, for the Wild. Broken up. Nice job by Elise Bourgeois to put some pressure on there. Atkinson's going to chip that in the zone. Here we go. Bourgeois is in on the forecheck. F1. Puck's coming up the wall. Held in there nicely by Ryan DeMille. She fires it just wide of that. Nelson's there to put some pressure on. Now Harriman's going to put some chase in here. They work it to the middle. Puck gets to Harriman. Harriman goes to Nelson. Broken up by the Wild D. Now DeMille. DeMille's going to send it rink wide towards Bourgeois. Referee's in the way. Players in the way. A little scrum here at the offensive blue line. DeMille comes away with it. She goes rink wide. Fury going to change. Wild D picks it up. She's going to go for a skate. They stay on side. Down into the right-hand corner. Broken up there by Ev Bork. Stolen back by the Wild, chipped in behind our net. Lacasse is going to go after that for us now. Lacasse, she pokes it up the wall. Stolen back by Henneberg for the Wild. A bit of a scrum there. Puck's back into the Fury corner. Back up the wall. Out of the reach of Kavanaugh. Shot in front. Tipped away by DeMille. Back in front. Here's another shot.
Oh!
Well, a lot of the goals in female hockey are scored within 2-3 feet of the net. And we left someone alone there, Kate Henneberg, I think, for the Wild, and Henneberg made no mistakes. But at the end of the day, the pucks have to come out of the zone, and we keep going up the wall, and we don't work to the center, and the other team pinches down, holds the zone.
It's just a breakdown, right? It's every goal is a breakdown, right? So.
Yep.
And there's some luck involved too, Brian, right?
Yeah, you know what? Hockey's a game of mistake.
Yep.
Game of inches. Wild D shoots from the far blue line. Off the wall. Comes out the other side. McLaughlin gathers that up for the Fury. She sends it up the wall. Perron's in on the forecheck. Here comes Eve Landry. Landry now. She sends it up the wall to McLaughlin. 3-on-2. Here we go. Fury, you have 3. We got numbers. McLaughlin doubles back. She's under pressure from 2 Wild players to steal that puck. They go rink wide. They're going the other way, 1-on-1. Nice job by Sophie Knight to keep that player to the outside. She goes cross crease, nobody home. Here comes McLaughlin now. She breaks it out to Ferrand. Ferrand tied up there by the Wild player at center. They force it back in the Fury zone. Wild player has a break here. A little bit of daylight. Shoots. Great save by Éloïse Perreault.
We're losing puck battles, Brian. We're losing puck battles.
Face-offs, battles, and races. The 3 keys to any hockey game. You got to win all 3.
Yeah, it's about compete, effort. No skill involved there. It's just about who wants it more.
Yep, 100%. So, Wild seem to have built a bit of momentum on that goal. See if we can turn the tide here. Good news, lots of time left. Face-off won by Harriman. That goes off the wall to Boyard. Boyard works it out to Harriman. Harriman's in the middle. She's got a bit of space. Have a shot, we hope. Nope, poked away there. Nice stick by the player from the Wild. Shot from Atkinson down front. Blocked in front. Éloïse Perreault comes out with it. Rebound. Oh,
almost put in my own goal.
Sam Boyard. She's trying to use her soccer skills on Danny Kickham because she had lost her stick. Fury bench literally threw a stick onto the ice for Boyard, who looked a little bit shocked by that play. In any event, Bourgeois is giving battle down here in the corner. Boyard now with somebody's stick, not sure that it's her own. She rims it around the wall. Nelson's in a battle. Atkinson, she's got Bourgeois, sees her. Rink wide pass, Bourgeois has a break here. Oh, they're going to call that icing.
Now, I think if we are by far clearly the first to the puck, it's not icing.
I think in older levels, you have to win the race over...
No, I think it's the hash marks.
The hash marks?
Yeah, if the ref thinks it's a tie in the hash, they'll let the play go.
I think at this level, it's automatic icing.
Automatic, okay.
Draw one by Padrones. Goes to DeMille on the boards. Now back to Padrones. Padrones in behind our net. No, she circled back. Looking for a little bit of daylight. Blocked up there by the forechecker from the Wild. Padrones sends her flying. Back up to the blue line. Shot there from the blue line. Broken up in front nicely by DeMille. Here comes Padrones. She chips it. Kavanaugh's in a foot race for it. That's going to be icing again. Questionable icing call.
Little interference here at the blue line.
A little bit interference, yep. So
if there's interference like that, you should wave the icing off.
Yeah,
if you're not going to call the penalty, at least call the interference. But to your point, must be automatic icing.
Face-off won by Padrones here to the right of Perreault. Here comes Kavanaugh. She chips it off the wall into the Wild zone. Wild try to get out, but held up by the forechecker. Goes to Padrones, who rips it. Oh, blocked in front. Rebound wide of the net. Great shot by Alexis. Just hit a person in front of the net. Wild trying to clear the zone. No luck there. Here comes Lacasse. She chips it deep in the corner. She pursues down that way. It's off her shin pads. Kicks to the front of the net. Padrones swaves at it. Doesn't get it. McLaughlin does though. She's going to hold the zone. Puck finally gets out to the neutral zone. Then back in. Here we go. Wild tried to clear that off of the shin pads of McLaughlin. She's in a battle here. 2-on-3. Comes to Ferrand. Ferrand gets it to Landry. Landry fires it on net. Nice save by the Wild goalie. Rebound is in the corner. McLaughlin sends it out front. Walsh was all tied up there. Wild player chips it to center. Landry's going to go back and get it now. Landry spins behind her net. Has her pocket picked by the Wild player. They send it out front. Goes off a set of skates. It's back in front again. Tipped in front. Nice save by Éloïse Perreault. Another big save by Perreault. Wow. Wild are doing a great job of working the puck from the corner to the front of the net and getting some point-blank shots here on Éloïse.
We're on our heels here, Brian.
Yeah, a couple of good chances there. The puck just didn't bounce. Like, we're all around the Wild net, and the pucks are going off shin pads away from us instead of to us. Face-off was in our zone. Puck works its way up to the blue line. Stays in. Atkinson tries to clear, picked off by Kickham. Kickham steps to the front of the net. She shoots. Great save by Perreault. Another great save by Perreault. On the rebound, Kickham again. She goes back to her D. D fans on it. Here comes Lara Walsh. Walsh feeds it ahead to McLaughlin. McLaughlin and Walsh and Ferrand in on the forecheck here. Walsh was going to hold the zone. That's in Boyard's skates. Boyard manages to keep it in, and she does.
Go.
Nice job by Sam Boyard. Ferrand's in there doing battle. Walsh goes in to help her. Walsh. Puck comes back and just bounces off the stick of Boyard out into the neutral zone. She goes DDD to Atkinson. We're offside. Wild player skates to center. That's Waterbury. She sends it down into the zone. DeMille's there with it. DeMille, she sends it up the wall towards Bourgeois. Picked off by the Wild player. Harriman grabs it. She tries to clear. Hits a set of skates. stays in. Back to Atkinson on the blue line now. Atkinson, she goes up the wall. It gets out of the zone. Bourgeois is going to chase from the far side. There goes Bourgeois on the forecheck. Wild D circles the net. They work it up the left wing. Off a skate. Puck stays in. Harriman on it. Wild chip it out now. They get to center. DeMille back in the zone. Hits Harriman with it on the way in. That'll be offside. So we're in deep again, John.
Yeah, it's all right.
Lots of time left, though.
2 shots from tying, Brian, and 3 from winning.
So here we go. Padronas pokes it into the zone. Bork gives chase. Bork comes up with it on the wall. She centers it. Picked off by the Wild. That goes out the left-hand side to Vino for the Wild. She chips it to center, but Lacasse grabs that in their zone.
Oh, my God.
Puck is poked off her stick right into the pads of Éloïse Perreault. Perreault smartly covers that up. Face-off will be to her right. 4:59 left, second period.
I'm looking up for the heaters, Brian. There's none on this side of the rink. Oh, no, we're on the wrong section.
Wrong section. There we go.
None in our entire section.
Here we go. Wild player shoots. Tipped in front. Off the side of the net.
Yeah,
DeMille's in a battle for it. She wins it. Gets it to Padronas, who comes out of the zone with speed.
Go.
She's going to beat the Wild player down the ice.
No ice.
Wild player and Padronas give chase. Padronas centers.
Right out front.
Oh, right out front again.
I thought that might have been an own goal.
It looked like it. Laundry sends it down to the corner. Wild sent it back up. Picked up by Laundry at the blue line. Nice job by Laundry under pressure. She holds it in. Padronas in there.
Check here.
Ev Bork is there now. Puck gets out the wall. Sophie Knight pinches down. They chip it by her, but goes to Ev Laundry. Laundry smartly puts it back into the middle. Comes up Henneberg here for the Wild. She gains the zone. She's got a step broken up by Laundry. McLaughlin chips the puck off the wall. Goes to Ferrand. Ferrand now. She's under pressure here by Poole. Ferrand knocks Poole the ice. Puck squirts behind the net. McLaughlin's there. Wild player comes away with it. Atkinson's going to pinch down to hold the zone now. Walsh is there. Got a 3-person pile up here in the corner. Wild go rink wide. All the way back into our zone. Will not be icing. Picked up there by Boyard. Boyard sends that up the wall. Nope. Intercepted by the Wild. Walsh is there to help. Walsh chips it towards Ferrand. Broken up by the Wild again in our zone. Ooh, off the side of our net. Puck's in behind the net here. Atkinson and Ferrand in there for the Fury. Wild player comes out with it. They were looking for Kickham. That's broken up by Sam Boyard. Finally, we get it to Lara Walsh at center ice. She gets tripped up. We got 2 or 3 Wild players here. 3 Fury on the wall right in front of the Fury bench. Wild come away with it 2-on-1 the other way. Wild D pick it up. They shoot. Rebound is there. McLaughlin grabs that rebound high slot and feeds Harriman.
Oh, here we go.
Harriman has a chance. Can she get there? There's no one there. She feeds Walsh in front off of her stick. I don't think Harriman realized she could have a breakaway there. She kept skating. Here goes Kickham the other way. Kickham gets forced outside by Lacasse. Lacasse grabs that puck. Lacasse sends it right up the middle.
Oh, worked out perfect.
Game of pinball. Two skates. It goes to Nelson. Nelson gets there first. She's got Bourgeois and Harriman with her. She sends it rink wide. Broken up by the back-checking Wild D. Bourgeois picks it up. There's a battle there. It's going to come rink wide. Lacasse almost holds it in, but just gets it outside. We're offside here, Fury. Fury have to tag up. Bourgeois is over there to put some pressure on Reed for the Valley Wild. Reed gets it in the corner. Oh, are we getting the penalty there? Wow. The larger player from the Wild bumped into Kate Nelson, who pushed her back, and we get 2 minutes. I don't know how that plays.
Calling head contact.
Calling head contact.
I did hear a thump, so it might have been a accidental stick on head or something.
I think when the bigger player bumped into Kate,
only 2.
She was going back, and her stick momentum came down and hit the girl in the head. 2 minutes for head contact to Kate Nelson.
All we can hope for is their power play as good as ours, Brian.
Yeah, this may be our chance. This might be our chance, John. Get ourselves a good shorthanded goal here.
Oh, it's coincidentals. All even better.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. We don't usually get the hometown call in Booktush.
Hey, I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah. I brought a coffee, Brian, but my hand, I didn't bring gloves, so I'm not drinking my coffee because it's too cold.
Face-off was won there by the Wild, but the Fury picked it up. That's Padrones. Sends it rink wide towards Bork. Back down in the corner. DeMille now. DeMille in the corner. She goes D to D behind the net. That squirts through Landry's legs up the wall. But Kavanaugh's there. Kavanaugh gets it out. Puck comes back to center. Wild player attempts to dump in off a stick. Does get it in. It's intercepted high in the slot. That's Henneberg with it. She steps to the front of the net, bangs it in front.
What a save. Don't let her poke away at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That would be a 10-bell save, I think, by Éloïse Perreault. Henneberg fed it back door for a left winger on the one-timer, and Éloïse read it like a book.
Save and then hung on to it after 3 or 4 hard whacks.
Yep.
Like enough to push you into the net.
Éloïse, the dream killer Perreault, just sold that poor girl's dream. Thought she was going to score here this morning. 1:28 to go, second period. Still 2-0 for the Valley Wilds.
They have the penalties up as if it's 4-on-4.
Yeah.
So I just hope the girls don't come out of the box when the penalty's over.
The referee is conferring with Coach Nelson and the other bench as well.
Stay in the box. The referee is telling them stay in the box.
Stay in the box until the whistle.
Stay in the box.
All
You
right.
could also tell the timekeeper just to take the penalties down.
All right, so Alexa Ferrand is going to step into the face-off circle to the right of Perreault. She wins that draw back to Boyard. Boyard goes rink wide to Walsh. Walsh grabs that puck. She sends it up the wall. Ferrand's there to help out. Puck comes out of the Fury zone. Wild grab it right back in. That's Betts for the Wild. She's been a big, strong player for them today. Fury get the puck to center. Broken up there by the Wild player. Now Ferrand. She steps into the Wild zone. Wild grab it. They send it all the way down the ice. That'll be on Perreault. Boyard, nice fake move. Fakes right, goes left. She steps around our net. Up the wing. Just out of the reach of McLaughlin. Ferrand's on the forecheck now. Wild go D to D and up the right side. They're back in with another shot on Perreault. Atkinson recovers, but she takes a stumble behind the net. Puck goes over the Fury net. Picked up in the high slot by Ferrand, who sends that to McLaughlin off her skates, and the Wild come back the other way. There goes Atkinson now behind the net. Atkinson with it. She spins away from pressure. Atkinson chips that up the wall towards McLaughlin. Two Valley Wild players there. Kickham comes away with it. She dipsy doodles around 3 players. Steps to the front of the net. Now Walsh is going to shut that down. Puck comes around the wall. Here comes Chloe McLaughlin. She's on the forecheck. Does a nice job there. Wild are just offside.
5 seconds left.
5 seconds in the period. 3 seconds left in the coincidentals. It's the back check pressure by the Wild that's been unbelievable. Their back check pressure on our forwards as we gain the zone is always, they're like gang tackling. They're like
there is a good transition play though too. Like they do the D to D real easy up to the wing.
Harriman was that face off.
They're good at doing that too.
Well, it's interesting. They must. I haven't really been watching for it, but their F3 forward in the offensive zone is quickly back to support their D.
Yeah, makes it hard to neutral zone, but they're really good of.
But their D to D transition going the other way,
and then D to D winger, and then so basically they're going from their blue line on the wall, to our blue line in a matter of 3 seconds.
Well, in a small ice service like the Bucktooth Forum, DD pass up the wall, you can gain a whole zone. Like you can go from your blue line to their blue line.
So small too, right?
Yeah, their transition game. We saw it yesterday at Pownell. Their transition game as well was really strong.
11-11. Well, let's hope good things.
Let's make a wish.
Here. Yeah. I'm still wishing for cookies from Dorothy and beer from Roy. So.
Well, you know what? Girls aren't playing bad. We're in a game here.
No.
Éloïse Perreault. Wow.
I think we need one here early in the first 5 minutes, Ryan.
We need to go early here. We might win this game.
Yeah. We need something to build on.
Yep. That's it. So, Coach Nelson's offered his words of motivation.
You know, Brian, on the bright side, too, I can still feel my toes. They're extremely cold,
but you can
but
feel
they're
them.
not frostbitten yet. So that's a good thing. Now, I don't know if I've got 15 more minutes left in me.
Well, at the next whistle, I'll tell you a story about being in the Yukon, about frozen toes. We'll have that chat. So, here come the Wild off the face-off. They chip it down into the Fury zone. Knight's there. He sends it right back out of the zone. No, broken up inside the zone. Now Harriman gets it out. Wild go rink wide over to Landry for the Fury, picks it up. Landry's looking for an outlet. She sends it towards Nelson. It goes off the wall around here to Bourgeois. Bourgeois and Harriman now gain the zone. Bourgeois knocked down. She fires it on net. Wild come up the wall. That's going to be held in there nicely by Landry. Landry steps in the middle, shoots. Nelson gets to that. She fires it towards the front of the net. Here comes Landry now. High slot. Slap shot. Oh, rebound. Off the wall. Bounces over the stick of Éloïse Bourgeois. Harriman looking for the puck. It's chipped away from her. Landry goes D to Knight. Knight now. Knight sends it up the wall to Nelson. Poked away from her. Knight sends it into the offensive zone. Fury are going to go in there. Bourgeois and then the forecheck with Nelson. Picked off by Bourgeois. She goes back to Nelson. Nelson. Atkinson now. She shoots. That is wide of the net. Everyone ducked as that went by. Comes off the wall. Here come the Wild up the other way. This is kicking for the Wild. She steps in around the two Fury Ds. She gets knocked down. Nice play there by Boyard. Kickham still with the puck. Works it to the front.
Oh, nice play.
Nice save by Perreault.
Another
two great
save.
saves by
Net's
Perreault.
off. They're going to blow it down. Net's off. I'll have to talk to Claire's shooting coach, David, and work on that was a super hard shot.
Yeah.
But you could tell it was all David there. It was
he
mid 8 to 12 feet wide.
I would say missed it by about half a harvester width.
That's right.
Padrones on the face-off. She wins that down in the corner, but it's recovered by the Wild. They send it right in front of the net, off the stick of Perreault and up the wall. Padrones recovers. She chips it to the middle. Wild grab that puck, send it back into the Fury zone. Boyard now on the right side. She chips it off the wall to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh with it. Kavanaugh rink wide to Bork. Nice play. Here we go. Bork spins back, sends it to the middle. Picked off by the Valley Wild. Here comes Kickham for the Wild again. 1-on-2. Broken up nicely. Here goes Bork with all kinds of room and space. Puck's poked away from her, but now Lacasse is going to step up. Poked away from her as well. Here comes Bork. Bork sends it off the wall back to the Wild blue line where their D are going to grab that puck and work it rink wide. Lacasse, he's there to shut that down. Padrones there to help. Padrones goes off the wall. Puck's back into the Fury zone. Wild come out with it. Wild send it rink wide to Reed. Reed steps into the thought. She shoots. Back door. Vino almost put that in the net. Here comes Lacasse. She goes off the wall. All the way down the ice. That might be right on net. No, not quite. So a few years ago, we had a chance for Work to be in the Yukon. And in the good Newfoundland, you get screeched in. You have to kiss the cod and so forth.
Yeah.
In the Yukon, it's a miner's toe, a frozen miner's toe that was black from gangrene.
Really?
And you have to kiss the frozen miner's toe.
Is it a true toe? Because that would be super cool if it was.
I'm assuming it's not a real toe, but
it's probably like black moldy bread or something.
Let's just say by the time I agreed to do it, it could have been anything.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you were well primed.
That's it. Yeah, it was not a clear-headed decision. So puck is back into the Wild zone. McLaughlin's into the forecheck. That's McGuire for the Wild with it. She spins back behind her net. She moves it D to D up to the left wing. The puck's bouncing. Knight's going to send that right back on the Wild net. Nice job there. McLaughlin's into the forecheck. Walsh is there to help. Puck is down in the Wild zone here in the left-hand corner. They do. They go rink wide, but Landry's going to turn that right back around. Fury have to tag up, and they're back in on the forecheck. Ferrand, along with Walsh and McLaughlin. Here come the Wild up the right side. They go rink wide. That's not going to be icing. Wild go for a change. Landry's got some time. She works it up to Walsh. Walsh steps around one forechecker to the middle. She sends it rink wide, but it's broken up by the Wild player. Wild back into the Fury zone. They work it towards the front of the net. Squirts just through the crease and by our net. Lara Walsh is there to chip it up the wall. Here goes Walsh again. Walsh sends it right down on net. Really good. McLaughlin's going to go in there. We'll have a face-off to the, should be to the right, I believe, of the Wild net. 11 minutes to go here.
We're looking for something, Brian. We're looking for something here.
Need a little magic here. A little bit of hopefully holiday magic left in the bag for today. Harriman on the face-off. She wins that to the wall. Picked off there by Henneberg. Henneberg comes down the ice. Boyard's back there under pressure from Henneberg. There's a battle on the wall. Harriman's there to help. Harriman goes in. Henneberg falls on it. Now Harriman comes away with it. She steps away in the corner. She's looking for someone. Tries to get it out to Bourgeois and does. Broken up by the Wild though. Nelson now. She chips it down into the Wild zone. Atkinson and Bourgeois are both in there on the forecheck. Is that icing? That's a very precise icing call if it was.
Well, we don't do stats, eh? We have no idea what the shots are on goal or anything like that.
We can make them up though. We don't do stats. Alexis Pedrona has the face-off. Ties up her player. Kick him. Oh, DeMille.
Well, there's an old shot there. So how does that count? If we shoot it on our own net, is that a shot for us or against us?
Well, I think it counts as a save for Perreault, which is the most important part.
Okay.
Pedrona's again. There we go. Fury come out with it. No, the Wild come out with it again.
Oh.
Just wide of the net there by Kickham. Up the wall. Pedrona's was there, but it's held in by the Wild. Back down low behind our net. DeMille pokes that away. Nice job by DeMille. Wild player sends it all the way around in behind our zone. Lacasse grabs it in the other corner. Pedrona's now. She goes off the back wall. Wild player recovers that. Sends it towards our net. Here comes Pedrona. Sends it up the wall. Bork is here. Puck squirts around her, but she does get it out. She gets it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh fires it towards the net. Puck comes up the wall. That's going to come all the way back to the neutral zone.
You're going to see both wingers hanging high. Look like we need those 2 goals. So
Bork.
That is icing. Didn't touch it.
No, I see what she was trying to do, just to tip it. It just didn't. Pulled her stick back before she tipped it. It'll come back here to the right of Perreault. Yeah, I think you will see us try to start hanging some wingers and people out high.
We got caught though. We had both wingers high and the puck down in our corner. You got to still support the weak side and.
It was kind of looked like a men's league game. 2 wingers at the red line. When I play men's league hockey, I like to wish the goalie good luck before the start of the game, so I won't see him again for the rest of the game. Yeah. Here we go. Laundry to Walsh. Broken up by the back checker here for the Wild. Stays in the zone. Knight's in the corner. Puck bounces over everybody and right through our crease. Perron now. She'll chip it up the wall. Puck is held in there by the Wild D. Knight is there. Puck gets fired back into our corner. Laundry now. Laundry looking for an outlet. She sees Walsh. Walsh goes rink wide for McLaughlin. Nice try. No icing. McGuire sends that back up the wall. Walsh is there to hold his own, and she does. Walsh goes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it right in front towards Ferron, just out of her reach. Now in the corner. Ferron goes in to do battle. Walsh is there to support. Puck comes up the wall to Atkinson. Atkinson fires. Everyone hits the deck in front of that one. And here comes the Wild. They're going to send that right up the middle. Nice job by Atkinson at the blue line. Stops that up. Somebody's going to take the puck. Harriman, guys. Harriman 1-on-3 into traffic there. Broken up by Atkinson. Atkinson now. She sends it into the zone. Harriman's there to forecheck. Ends up on Bourgeois' stick. Bourgeois steps in front of the net. She shoots. Oh, what a save by the Wild goalie.
Save. Had the goalie going the other way, and she went back with the blocker the opposite direction.
Nice play. Scrum here on the wall. Puck squirts behind the Wild net. Harriman's there in the forecheck for the Fury. Breaks that up. Bourgeois comes in and grabs the puck. She sends it towards the front of the net. Out of the reach of Nelson. Atkinson's down low. She's trying to hold that zone. Nelson will, though. There we go. Puck stays in, gets to Atkinson again. Atkinson sends it towards the front of the net. Bounces in front. Ooh, took a funny bounce. Came back through everybody, but just out of the reach of all the Fury players. The Wild are going to send that puck into our zone, but not icing. Henneberg with it for the Wild. She goes back door. Tipped in front, wide of the net. Puck squirts right through our crease. Claire Atkinson's going to grab it. She sends it out to Kate Nelson. Nelson now. Nelson's got Bourgeois with her. She sends it. Bourgeois' got it. Oh, hooking. Come on. That has to be a hooking call. Nice three-way passing play. Atkinson to Nelson and Bourgeois. Here come the Wild the other way. 3-on-1.
2-on-1.
2-on-1 now. Player peels off for a change. Wild player goes far side. Misses. Puck comes up the wall. Lacasse is there. Squirts back to the Wild player. Right down Main Street. Nice save by Perreault. Here goes Lacasse. Lacasse attempts the long-range pass. Broken up. Lacasse in a battle. Does get it out now to Bourque. Bourque has Kavanaugh with her. Bourque and Kavanaugh are there. Puck squirts to the front of the net. Padrones has it now. She sends it to the front of the net. Nobody home. Here comes Kickham for the Wild. Kavanaugh's all over her. Kickham attempts to skate through. Stopped up by Landry and Kavanaugh. Nice save by Perreault. Rebound. Laying there in the crease. Cleared away by Sophie Knight. Bourque now. Bourque. Broken up by the Wild D at the blue line. Landry. 6:31 to go here. Third period. She steps out. She goes rink wide for Bourque. Bourque now. Bourque sends it deep in the zone. They're going to go for a change. Padrones goes for a change as well. Kavanaugh's there. Knight holds the zone. Nice job by Knight. Gets it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh shoots. Opposite of shin pads. Kicks to the boards. Wild D attempts to clear. No luck. Knight holds the zone. She gets it down low to Walsh. Knight again gets it through. Another stopped up in front by the Wild D. McLaughlin goes and gets the puck. She steps to the front of the net. She is someone in front. She sends it. Broken up in front there. Lara Walsh gets knocked to the ground. Held in by Knight at the blue line. Knight shoots again. Opposite of shin pads. Back to the blue line. Wild player chips that one and she's gone. She's got a partial break. Nice job there by the back checking Landry to keep her outside. Nice job by Ev Landry to be strong on the puck. Off the wall. Walsh is there. She's in a battle. Perron now. She steps down her player. She's got time and space. Perron has a step here. No, held outside by the Wild D. Nice job by Alexa. She feeds it out front to McLaughlin. Intercepted by the Wild goalie. Off the wall. Weird bounce. Stays down low. They send it up the wall a second time all the way down the ice. No icing. They claim that Boyard could have played that.
She never had a chance to touch it. It was shot so hard.
Puck takes a funny bounce on Claire Atkinson, but she gets it onto the stick of Lara Walsh. They come the other way. 3-on-3. Walsh gains the zone. She's got Ferron. Oh, nice move by Walsh. Ferron, McLaughlin are there. Puck squirts to the front of the net. Well, at least we're showing some life here, John. We've had some chances. We've been forechecking hard. Just haven't been able to get those shots through. We've had probably, I'd say Sophie Knight had 3 or 4 shots blocked from the blue line that shift.
Brian, just like you and I at the Opera House near closing time, we're hoping to get lucky here.
Harriman on the face-off. She wins that back to the blue line. DeMille's there. DeMille now she'll shoot it. Goes off her side of shin pads in front. Wild set up the wall. That's held in nicely by Lacasse. They go rink wide. Nelson's going to get there, and she does. She sends it back in the corner. Bourgeois gets it. Bourgeois under some pressure from the Wild. DeMille's going to hold the zone, or Landry gets it. No. Shot by Landry. Opposite of shin pads. Bourgeois gets there. She sends it back in the corner. Now, puck gets out to DeMille. DeMille back in the zone again. DeMille, nice job by Ryan DeMille. Free whacks at it, gets it back in the corner. Harriman and Nelson give chase.
We got to get the puck in control.
Nelson now. Nelson has the puck. She sends it down low to Bourgeois. Bourgeois steps around the first player. Puck slides off her stick. Wild recover. We're in a scramble here. Here goes DeMille. She sends it down low. Bourgeois and Harriman are in a battle. Harriman comes over with it. She shoots it wide. Bourgeois is in on it now. Here goes Bourgeois. Bourgeois high in the zone. Puck is out of the Fury zone. Out of the offensive zone, I should say, and back into the Fury zone. Landry recovers. Landry with it. She sends it right to Bourgeois, right at center. Poked away by Kickham. Kickham steps in now. Broken up by Bourgeois. Wild with it just outside our zone. They step into the blue line. Harriman pokes that out to Nelson. Nelson gains the zone. She's in there wide. Fury are changing. Nelson's 1-on-3 in there. Wild come out with it. They go rink wide. They make a 1-on-1 move. This is Watton for the Wild. Stopped up by Kavanaugh. Puck goes right to the front of the Fury crease. Steered away nicely by Knight. Puck's there now for Landry. Landry chips it around her player. Broken up by the Wild. We're 3-on-3 down low here. Wild get it to the front of the net. Shot low and wide. Padrones with it now. Padrones, she's going to come right up the middle. She's got Kavanaugh long range. She sends it. Broken up by Kickham. Here comes Kickham back in the zone for the Wild. She steps in and shoots. Great save by Perreault. Nice blocker save. Puck was in the corner. Kickham content to try and kill the clock here. Two Fury player there. Now a third Wild shows up and grabs the puck. Laundry around the wall to Bork. Bork with it. Has it poked off of her stick. Knight sends it opposite of shin pads. Here we go. Padrones with it now. Padrones. She goes rink wide to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh at the far blue line. Padrones steps in, pushes the Wild D back into the corner. Wild D go D to D behind their own net, away from their player. Bork's there in the forecheck. She sends it back to the front of the net. Fury were changing, nobody home. Here comes the Wild, 3-on-2. Nice play at the blue line there by Boyard. Puts them offside. 2:01 to go. 2-0 for the Valley Wild. Fury trying furiously to make that stretch pass to the far zone and create some offense.
We are. It's a great idea. We're just struggling to get it past the player. The lane's not there. So the passer needs to see that, and the receiver needs to create the open lane. That's the only way that'll work.
Here comes Walsh into the offensive zone. Walsh has the puck. Puck squirts back to the blue line, held in by Ferrand. Ferrand sends it deep off the back wall to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, she's got it. She turns. She's under pressure from three Wild players. Walsh steps in to help. She has the puck now. Walsh and McLaughlin are down there. Wild player comes away with it. Back to the blue line.
Oh.
Over Boyard's stick. Boyard goes back to Atkinson smartly. Atkinson sends that right back through the middle. Tipped over towards McLaughlin. Puck comes out of the zone. Here comes Ferrand now. Ferrand. She's
Trip.
hauled up. Holy, how is that not a trip? I don't understand that. Yeah, that was a textbook trip. Anyways, play goes on here. Battle at the center ice red line. Fury going to go for changes. McLaughlin's into the forecheck. She's all alone here. Four teammates off the change. Lacasse holds the blue line. That's in deep. Harriman's there now in the forecheck. Puck's on her stick, off her stick. Here come the Wild out of the zone. DeMille falls. Nelson's on the back check. Nice job by Nelson. Forces that player to shoot faster than she wanted. Puck's in behind the Fury net. Where's the puck now? Still behind the Fury net. Puck is centered out front. Oh no. Almost to the net. DeMille comes out with it. She knocks her player flying. Nelson now. Nelson. She's
30
got Harriman.
seconds, Brian. 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. Here we go. Bourgeois and Harriman. Bourgeois shoots.
Oh,
we got to get to the net for that rebound.
15 seconds.
Nelson now. She fires it towards the net. Gets to Bourgeois. Bourgeois turns and shoots. Harriman now. She's in a battle with it. Back to Bourgeois. Bourgeois turns and shoots again. Wild goalie.
That little keeper's not having anything to do with it.
No.
4 seconds. That'll do it for us for the tournament, Brian. We'll be 0-2 going into our third game. I think we decided we had to pretty much be 2-1 or hope for a 1-win, 1-tie, 1-win, 1-loss, 1-tie for a couple teams.
I think there's 8 teams in the tournament, so yeah, 0-2 will be
tough to get through. The only good thing is if we can win the third game by a lot of goals, maybe there's a chance that 3 teams go 3-0. That possible?
Odds are low.
Yeah. Tough being a keeper when you got to get a shutout to win, Brian. Or tie.
Yeah. You know what? Éloïse played really well today.
Oh, she was fantastic.
And we had 2 goals against that were just 2 little deep zone breakdowns. And,
yeah, definitely give her player of the game. There's no doubt about that. So
to me, if you play really good teams like the Wild and you give them chances, which we didn't give them a lot, but the ones we gave them, they capitalized. So
yeah, we get just to work a little bit on our transition, I think, a little bit, and some positioning, and I think we're not too far off, but we got to get there. There's a little bit of things for the coaches to work on. I'm sure they'll watch some this game tape and taking notes, but we played 2 teams that transition the puck extremely well.
Yeah. Their breakouts and their neutral zone regroups.
We seem to struggle to exit our zone, and I think we can do it as well as any of the other teams. So something certainly to work on for sure. Great
Perreault, great choice. Number 25, Perreault, player of the game for our Fury.
I would give it to their keeper, actually.
Yeah, their goalie was great too, wasn't it? Reed.
I'm 3 for 4 for 3 for 4 for player of the game.
Yeah, you can buy a lotto ticket.
Yeah, hey, I'll have to get the tag numbers that way, Brian. And I can't get the lotto. I'll get the tag.
Fury lose another heartbreaker, 2-0. And we're back on the ice here this afternoon at 4:30. Hope you all have a great Saturday.
Cheerio.